Do you also believe that making an event larger means you lose the cozy, familiar feeling? Well, I just had a conversation with a friend of mine who said just that, and actually, it's not matching my experience. With Chase Festival, we had 1,200 people coming from all around the world, and here are some of the survey results that came from that. One person, Roberto, was saying the Chase confirms itself as one of the friendliest and overall most enjoyable festivals in Europe. More and more people every year, none of the original spirit left behind. Not sure how they do it. Or I have never felt this comfortable at such a big event. The Chase feels like highly professional yet familiar. Great job. And I'll go slowly through so you can see all of them on your own. You can just stop the screen and read it. But this is basically the experience we are having with a large event like Chase Festival. Now, was there nobody who were complaining about the size of it? Of course there was, but this is why having statistics and going through the numbers is such an important thing. That will be a separate video, but the vast majority had this sort of feeling when they left Chase Festival where it was a large event. With that we created a lot of energy, but still we managed to make that familiar feeling. And in this video I want to tell you what we did, and my motivation is to help you grow, so whenever you're ready to introduce more automations, you consider using FullEvent for your solutions. Now, this QR code takes you to a link to a video that shows you exactly what we're building. I think is amazing. Please have a look. So here I'm going over this box here from the organizers checklist. You can scan this to get to this checklist. Now, the sort of secret is that you want to try to increase the chances for magical private moments to happen. And these happen outside of the realm of your regular program. So you want to have a really good regular program, but you want to create opportunities for spontaneous actions of amazing to happen. For example, at Chase, one of the things we did is we just bought and rented a bunch of instruments and placed them in a place where people can see them. I don't remember if we put a sign, but it was clear that people could use them without any instructions, without any announcement, anything like that. And we just know that amongst a bunch of the dancers that comes here, there's also musicians. So there's just this drive and curiosity amongst the people who know how to play some instruments that they just go sit down and start playing. Another person gets curious, they come join, and suddenly you have this jam forming. And of course that attracts a few other people, so there's some dancing, there's some playing happening. Those people who are playing the music, they sort of start coordinating moment and having a great fantastic experience for themselves. And of course the ones who are listening in and dancing to this private live music is having an amazing experience as well. So that's, for example, one of the highlights that we managed to create for those people who were part of that. And this is another one I really enjoyed. At 4 a.m. for anybody who was still at the party, we just invited an amazing finger food. So it was sandwiches, fruits, and everything, like good stuff. So not just very simple things, but actually really nice thing. And one person was giving this comment, nice touch with the 4 a.m. finger food. And again, some people missed it. So there was also this effect of like, they could tell each other, oh, did you see, were you there for that thing? Oh no, I can't believe I missed it. So you had a little bit of this feeling. Now, another thing we did is we had a party room where it was like an open DJ. So anybody who wanted could just go there and put on the music they wanted to. They just plug in their phone or laptop and play. And for some people, that was exactly the thing they wanted. And this person was, for example, referring to DJ Mikey as a pro. And I don't know how professional Mike Petroza is as a DJ, but he was there as a teacher. It was just a spontaneous act. He saw this room, he's like, I want to rock this. And he went and played his songs and people went nuts. It was amazing. Then it comes from the organizer side, and as much as possible, try to take the attitude that you take the shorter straw. Especially when we're dealing with a lot of people, it is important to have rules and sort of structures in your processes, but be ready to take the shortest straw and let the consumers, your customers, have their way as much as possible, so that each person feel like they get a personalized treatment. I think that is an important component of it. And this one took me a while to learn. The first year I was, actually the first couple of years, I was both teaching, I was emceeing, and I was organizing. And as you can imagine, there was 3-4 days of no sleep for me, but mostly also I was just not present with the participants in a way that I could or should have been. And what we learned over time is like at least 1 or 2 people from the main organization team should have nothing pre-planned on their schedule. They should have it as blank as possible, always there. It was a lot of work for us as well, but creating these opportunities to just hang out with some of the people, have some conversations, moving on to talk to some of the artists, hang out with them, to be ready for firefighting, and just have a pair of extra hands to deal with things that spontaneous comes up, and you know exactly what you do because you're the one most involved, most deeply into the trenches with them. So that was a huge part of it. Now, there are other aspects to it as well. So one thing I, for example, learned from Mark Chiara, is an amazing MC who was typically at the Snowball MCing. And for example, the experience I had there was that the sound system broke, and I think it was broken for like 30-45 minutes. And he just got the crowd going by picking up the mic and start singing Baby Get Back and sort of rapping that one, and people got into it, and he did all these sort of funny games with the participants. So we didn't notice that the Orga team was working their butts off in the corner to try to make the sound system work and everything. But that became a strong memory. For me, it was one of the strongest memories from that festival. And the point is that if you create good energy, if you bring the right people together, these magical moments happen also spontaneously. So part of that is to recognize that. And for example, when the sound system goes off, somebody starts taking their tap shoes and doing some performance, or some people start getting other people to start singing and clapping and getting a jam going that way. Don't just kill the flow and sort of kill that vibe just because the sound system suddenly work again. Try to find a nice transition back in when you notice that energy is dissipating. Nothing is as annoying, I think, where somebody's like, oh, I want to tap, and they run to get their tap shoes, come back, start the first clickety clack, and then suddenly the MC is like, oh, music is back on, come, and then like, that energy is just kills so much of these magical moments that is happening. But a lot of it is the people you bring together, as I was mentioning. And for example, just to give you a sense for it, like I know Marcel Bendick from Lindy Shark, he was telling me that he always brought Kevin St. Laurent because Kevin knew exactly when to do this magical thing where the party is really rocking, and he was just like, how can I tip it even further? So he brings people together and start getting the band to start crowd surfing on the people while they're playing the instruments. So there's these amazing pictures where band members are having like this big bass and they're playing while they're being surfed around and coming back in, and like we go nuts about that. So it's such a great moment, and he really knew how to do that. Or Mikey Pedrosa did this thing for with the DJ room, for example. Hey, the Cobalt is another one of those gems where at Swing Summit, this was another event we organized, she constantly created these moments. Now, I could put more names here. Apologize for all of you who have contributed like crazy, and I didn't name drop you here. Yeah, I'm shooting myself in the foot here with this, I'm noticing. But the main point is, whenever you're working with an artist like that, treasure them, make sure they're happy, give them whatever they want, and bring them back. They bring way more than just the contractual part of you're teaching your classes, you're going home, and that's it. And that's fine too. Some artists, this is what you're hiring them for, and this is totally fine. But you also want to make sure you have these people who just go a little bit beyond the extra what we needed. If you're watching this in any other platform, scan this QR code to get to our YouTube playlist. I'm building this new YouTube channel, so make sure you go there and like and subscribe. And let us know in the comment sections what magical moments you've experienced, so we get inspiration from each other. All right, that was it for now. Thank you.